Okay. Kayla got the 111, number 111. Sipping lemonade, throwing light shade. Okay.
Today ain't the day.
Hey everybody, it's Kayla Got the 411. I'm back for another What's the Reaction video. I'm here with CL McCoy. He is a super producer. How you doing? Because this segment is called What's Good. I like to check in with y'all to see how y'all doing. How's your mental health right now?
Oh man, before I get started too, I just want to say I appreciate you having me on here. I appreciate you. Much love. You know, and my mental health right now is for how crazy this world we living in right now is in good peace. So I'm good. I'm good.
Right. We kind of getting back in between things. You know, I kind of feel like, you know, everybody was stuck in the house, but you know, I'm here in Atlanta. Where you at again?
I'm in Oklahoma City.
Oh, Oklahoma. What they be doing out in Oklahoma? They be lit out there?
I mean, it's not too bad. You know, it's I mean, it's a city like everywhere else. You know what I mean? You know, we you know, obviously it's not popping like Atlanta, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But I mean, it's still a great city. You know what I mean? We have great atmosphere. You know, we got our NBA teams, the Thunder. We got, you know, a cool downtown scene. And I mean, it's cool. It's chill. I'll tell you this, 15 years ago, it wasn't really popping. You know, we had to kind of grow the city up to where it's at right now, to be honest with you. So, yeah.
Well, you would think it'd be popping back then, you know, especially back in
Nah.
the 2000 area. Music was better. Life was better.
And Oklahoma
Speaking of
yeah, Oklahoma at that time, honestly, like 2005 to 2010-ish, you would think, but nah, we didn't have a lot of anything still going on. You know, we didn't really have much of a nightlife. And,
right.
you know, we just now, I think when the NBA team came in 2008, 2009 is when the city started to grow, so we can have stuff to do for, you know, people who came in town, like teams and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Right. So they had to kind of grow the city up. So,
but shout out to Oklahoma. You sure been doing some amazing things. So just take me back to when you know, was growing up. Like, was you anticipating getting into the music industry, or did you see yourself going down another path?
Honestly, music has been around me my whole life. My dad, he's a true keyboardist musician. I watched him and my uncle. Shout out to my uncle. And we watched him, me and my brothers and my family. We watched him do music in the living room growing up our whole lives. So that was like so natural for me to be able to jump in this, because like I said, that's something that they did. But what I did want to do, I guess I wanted to play basketball growing up as well. I wanted to be in the NBA. I didn't really have big.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I always wanted to, you know what I mean? I didn't have the doctor, lawyer dreams. I kind of was more on the entertainment side, you know what I mean? And that's kind of where, you know, my life always been around that. So that's something I always definitely wanted to do for sure.
Right. Did you go to church? Because, you know, a lot of y'all producers, y'all seem to have been in the church. I don't know what about the church. They done birthed so many amazing stars. Was your dad and uncle, were they in the church playing instruments?
No, they wasn't actually. They really wasn't in the church. You know what I mean? Definitely my family went to church. You know, black folks, you got to go to church. You know what I mean? Mama gonna make you go to church. You go visit grandma in the summer. You going to church with grandma. You know what I mean? So
Bible study too. Bible study too.
All of that. So I mean, I definitely went to church, but it wasn't something like we had to just religiously just, you know, we weren't, you know what I mean, had to just straight go to church like that. You know, our faith was always deep, but it wasn't pushed on us like that. So
that's dope. You don't really hear that too often. So if everybody don't know, you know, a lot of y'all producers, y'all are very humble guys, okay? You have accomplished a lot and you still are accomplishing a lot. But did you have any struggles throughout your journey that made you consider, I don't think I want to do this in this music industry no more?
No, most definitely. I think, you know, with anything that we do in life, you know what I mean, you have your struggles and your ups and downs, you know what I mean? Especially, you know, starting off when you're trying to get people to, you know your name, get your name out there. And it's a hard journey. The music industry is one of the, definitely one of the toughest things to be in, because you're trying to get noticed and there's hundreds of thousands of other people just like myself who's trying to do the exact same thing. So, the main goal is how do I separate my name from somebody else's that can make a beat just like me? You know what I mean? We all can sit down and make a beat, but what makes my beat stand out differently than this producer's? So I definitely been discouraged so many times dealing with music and getting people to like it, and it's a tough journey. You know what I mean? So it was never just peachy clean and perfect in this industry. I definitely had times I was like, you know what, mama, I ain't gonna do this no more. I should have became a doctor. It might have been easy. It might have been easier than doing this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And that leads to another question that I had also, like, what is it about your sound that you think stands out from other producers?
Well, one thing, I'm an 80s baby. I was born in the 80s, but I grew up on 90s hip hop and R&B. One thing that I've noticed producers differently than what producers do today is they had their own signature sound. You knew a Timberland beat compared to a Swiss beat or Jermaine Dupri. You knew the sound of Neptunes. You know what I mean? You knew soon as that song came on the radio. You like, okay, that's a Kanye West beat, you know what I mean? Or something like that, So I wanted to have that same feeling. I want people to be like, when my beat come on, to be like, oh, that's a CL McCoy, you know what I mean? I started off doing like a lot of reversing with my sounds and stuff. So say a piano, I'll reverse it and then add a little. So that was kind of like my dope signature that I wouldn't say created because other people obviously done it, but something I perfected and did to make it stand out than other producers. You know what I mean? So people, when they heard it, they'd be like, okay, that's a CL McCoy beat. Nowadays, it's just, it's real sonically the same, a lot of it. You know what I mean? You got the trap sound, you know what I mean?
Don't even get me started. I had a whole debate.
Yeah. It's hard.
People were saying that Megan Thee Stallion, for example, they said that her flow is the same. And I said, no, it's not her flow. It's the same producer that she's using. She keeps going to the same producer, and all of his beats is sounding the same. So it's making y'all think that it's her flow until she gets with a pop artist, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, that's different. See, I listen to things like that. And, also speaking of songs, like, how do a producer know that that's the one, that's the song right there?
Well, you saying, so like when we hear something, how we know as creating it, or what exactly?
Like, for example, you're collaborating with an artist, y'all in the studio, you know what I'm saying? Like they just real hyped about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how do you know in your mind as a producer, you created it, you're working with an artist, I guess you're engineering it too. Like, how do you know, like, man, this is the one right here, this is the one you need to push?
Oh man, I think you just get that good feeling, you know what I mean? It's just, it's a natural feeling for sure. Cause I know I made tracks where it was like, okay. But when you made that special beat and that special sound, and you got that artist in there who's writing those special lyrics and the hook, you just naturally know, you know what I mean? Just, you just got that pure feeling that this is gonna be a banger right here. You know what I mean?
Now, what if it's trash? Now, what kind of producer are you? Are you the one that say, this ain't it?
Oh, no doubt. I'm quick to tell somebody ain't popping. Like I said, I talk about my own stuff a lot of times. I'll make a beat and go back to it, listen, and be like, ew, like, did I just do that? Like,
right.
Like, what was I thinking? You know what I mean? So, and that's I think artists is looking for that. You know what I mean? Instead of you just being a yes man to everything. I believe artists want to hear that this was not, you know what I mean? This is not where it's at. Let's try a different avenue. Let's try something different. I have no problem. I tell somebody's trash. I ain't gonna lie. Like, actually, I had a beat battle last Wednesday, and the producers that was on there wasn't all up to par, and we kept the 100 with them, with the judges that we had and stuff like that, because they need to hear that. I was told when my stuff wasn't hot, or I needed to go back to the drawing board, and that made me better. You know what I mean? Perfect example, T.I. last night this weekend when he got booed at the Barclays Center. And I love how he came back with it. Was like, man, that was just a learning experience for me. You know what I mean? Like, that just taught me I need to do better next time. I need to be funny.
Exactly. You know what I mean? If you're passionate about what you're doing, it's not nobody hating on you. It's criticism, especially in this era. Especially, I don't know if you know about my show. All right.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's critiquing y'all music. So if your producer say it ain't good,
Facts. And we need that. We need that. You know, sometimes you need to be brought back to earth because your friends and your family, they will take you to a space to where you think you just the best. You know what I mean? And it's not like that all the time. You know, you need to let that person in your ear sometimes like, yo, that wasn't that hot. You know what I mean? And I think that's always a great thing, to be honest with you.
Exactly. We need more honesty. We don't need sugarcoat, especially from your peers. You know, I don't think that your peer will want you to lose, especially as an artist. Like if you're working with a producer, like his name is on it. Like, why won't he want you to like suck?
Right,
like,
right.
When you win, he win. Like that's
facts.
Equal money.
Facts.
So 100%. have you heard of a thing called studio etiquette? Where, you know, particular artists, you know, they come into the studio, you know, I've heard about artists trashing it, bringing people in there that's kind of telling you how to do your job. Like, what are some studio etiquette that you would want to give, like, artists who, like, maybe just don't know that is wrong?
My biggest thing is, you know, this is a business at the end of the day. Of course, creating your music is always a fun thing, but don't come in there with a lot of people. You know what I mean? Come prepared with your lyrics, your music, your work. You know what I mean? Don't sit up there 3, 4, 5 hours on one record. You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean? And because I feel a true artist, unless you just start writing from then and there, but I believe a true artist is somebody serious about the craft, is gonna come in and lay it down. You know what I mean? They're gonna come in there super business ready. They're not gonna have 40 people walking in the building with them. Distractions is everything. And I'm that type of guy, you know, me being an engineer, I don't want to have a whole bunch of people walking around and being lingering in the studio and stuff. You know what I mean? That kind of makes me uncomfortable, especially when I don't really truly know you as well. You know, so you know what I mean? So I like to be, I'm more of a one-on-one type of guy anyway. I want to talk directly with you. You know what I mean? I don't need to have a whole bunch of people doing other stuff to distract what you're doing as well. You know what I mean? And try to tell you how to do your stuff. You know what I mean? So just come super prepared, man. Just have your music ready, your lyrics ready, you know, your notes or whatever it is you do. And if you like to smoke, drink and all that stuff, you know, keep that to a level limit as well. Don't come in all toe up. You know what I mean? And I was speaking on, you know, experiences myself. You know what I mean?
I was gonna get to that because, you know, they call me Kayla Got the 411. Now, I wouldn't be me if I ain't asked you to give me the 411 on like experience. Like, you ain't gotta say their name, but you know, like, what is your worst experience?
Well, in the studio, my worst experience? Ooh.
Yeah.
Let me think. That's a good question. I think honestly, my worst experiences is just not getting anything done in a whole session. Whether it wasn't you know, a feel good moment in the studio, you just wasn't feeling it, or if you came in to toe up, you know what I mean? I didn't have them experiences before. I ain't gonna lie, where that just waste people's time. You know, wasting people's time is everything. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, if you're an engineer, you get paid hourly, but still at the end of the day, they don't want to just sit there and you know what I mean?
Engineers get paid hourly?
Oh yeah.
But what about producers? How do they get paid? Don't y'all got like a split sheet and stuff like that y'all gotta sign?
Well, producers, we usually get paid up front. You know what I mean? You know, we you know, like if an artist is buying the beat from the producer, you know, you already sold them the beat. You know what I mean? The engineer is the person is gonna sit in there and record your record for you. You know what I mean? Mix and master your track. You know what I'm saying? So the producer gets paid and he's paid. He out the way.
Well, so okay, so he don't care if you come in there acting fool and just sit around.
He produced, producer already got his bread, unless him and the artist worked out something else, you know what I mean, for him how he get paid. But producers, they sell the beat or however they do the beat, exclusively, lease, however they did it, and they made their money. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they done. Yeah, so the engineer got to take over from there.
I wonder why they be looking so stressed. They ain't got no line.
Stressful job. I ain't gonna lie.
Being in for hours.
It could be stressful.
So what are some producers that you kind of admire their career like coming up? Because I know you mentioned a few earlier who sound really unique.
Well, Timberland is my favorite all time. I love everything Timberland does. I feel like his creativeness, his gift, the way he beatboxes on the record with the beat, and the way he creates melodies. He's just an unreal producer to me. I'm somebody so out this world. Love Timberland. I'm a big fan of like pretty much everybody I named earlier. Swiss Beats, big fan. Neptunes. I used to look up to Pharrell and them really heavy growing up. Kanye West as well. I'm still a big Kanye West fan. You know,
Have you heard that 5-year foreign album that he produced or co-produced?
I haven't heard it yet.
It was fire. I knew that was Kanye. That's the best I've heard, Fabio. No shade.
Yeah. And you know, Kanye West got Oklahoma roots. You know, his mom is buried out here. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. His mom went to high school in Oklahoma City. She's from out here. So before Kanye's family still live out here. He got aunties, uncles, cousins, all that stuff in Oklahoma City to this day. Yeah, I can go see his mom's grave right now. I can visit it. I know exactly where it's at and everything. So Kanye has roots deep in Oklahoma. You know what I mean? Before the whole Chicago scene came out. Yeah, sure.
Wow, that's a fun fact. I didn't even know that. Wow.
Oh yeah, his mother went to Douglas High School out here. Douglas. Yep.
So you being a producer and an engineer, how do you even balance that? Like we were talking earlier about engineers, most of the ones I know, they be tired, stressed out, bad, and the guys. And how do you balance life because you are a dad?
Well, you know, being a dad and doing this is, you know, I got a great family background, man. I got I got family that looks out for me if I need to make moves or any type of business. You know, my mom, my pops, uncles, whatever I need to do. If I got to make a big move, you know, they're always there to help me, you know, watch my daughter for me and stuff like that. Because I'm a full-time father at that. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to that. Look here. That's somebody who, it's hard raising girls because you have a daughter. It's really hard, you know, especially when they get older. So it takes a very strong man to raise a little girl. So that's amazing. So, wow.
I appreciate that
support system. A lot of people don't really have support system. That was actually a question that I didn't have on the list, but about support system. Because, you know, a lot of people say, oh, nobody was there for them until they actually made it. But it seems like you have a support system from the start. Families there cheering you on, you know, supporting and stuff like that. So that's amazing. That brings down some stress also. You want to make sure your child is okay when you're trying to, you know, get to the bag.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And plus, like I'm saying, with a family that was doing music for years, you know what I mean? But just to get a chance to take it to the next level, this is exciting for them, seeing me being able to make the moves that I'm making. So they want to, you know what I mean? They want me to get to experience every level I get to. So they understand the music industry. You know, a lot of parents don't, you know, are you doing that music? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that, do that music. I was the opposite. You know, my family is like, my pops was driving me out of state and stuff like that to grind, you know what I mean? To hit these different shows in different places like that to do this music, because that's what he did. You know what I mean? My dad was literally in the music industry. He just didn't get too far because he started having us. You know what I'm saying? So he had to do something different.
How many siblings is it?
How many siblings? It's me and my older brother. Me and my brother Trey. He's in the industry as well. He's doing really major things. He's actually signed with
y'all just doing it up in music. Dang.
Yeah, my brother, he signed with Empire Records, distribution with Ghazi, you know, with Young Blue and all the lot major artists that signed right now. My big brother, their R&B group, and they worked with guys such as Ray Lavender and just a lot of great guys in the industry as well. So yeah, I'll follow my big brother footsteps as well.
That's amazing. So now we're gonna have some fun now. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. All right, okay. Answer honestly and truthfully. Yeah. This is so people can get to know y'all, because y'all know y'all producers, y'all kind of stay y'all self. So this will be a great way for people to get to know who you are. Now, the first one, what is your proudest moment in your career?
Proudest moment of my career, I would say when I got my first billboard.
Ooh, what was that?
I worked with Taylor Gang, Wiz Khalifa, and a few other artists, and I got number 39 in the country with a billboard. Yeah. So that was and that was
amazing.
actually last year around this time in April. So almost been a year since I first received it. I think it was April 21st when I got that award or got that plaque.
Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. Next, what is a song you don't like that you produced, but you shot everyone else loved it?
Well, I produced this one record called there's a song I produced called Drinks on Me. It was actually meant to be, that's the name of my brother's group. Mm-hmm. And it featured Baby Bash. And you know what I mean, Baby Bash, just when Baby Bash days when he had like the Cyclone, Little John, and Sugar, how you get so fly, all that stuff.
Yes.
Bash was popping. But it was a pop record, you know what I mean? It was more of a poppy record. And I never really produced nothing like that before. But people loved it. They went crazy for it. You know what I mean? It actually hit the charts for independent charts and stuff like that. So, you know, now I think about it, I probably should have got a plaque for that as well, but I never
Wait. That's the song you produced?
Huh?
That was the song you produced?
Yeah. You heard that before? For real?
You talking about the song Sugar? So that's
No, not that song. I'm talking about this song featuring Baby Bash. It was a record that I produced. I was about to say, you heard that joint? Shoot, yeah, I need to see what's up with my money on this one.
Oh, wow. Did you not like it because it was like more pop?
No, I love the record. I just didn't think that that's something that I could produce. You know what I'm saying? At the time, you know what I mean? Because all I did was like hip hop and R&B, like strictly. So when they wanted that poppy vibe, I didn't think it was gonna hit, but they loved it.
It was a challenge for you. It took you out your comfort zone, but you know
exactly.
Exactly. That pop music, that's what's gonna get you to the charts. People don't know that.
It hit real heavy. They loved it. They loved it. So that was
next,
a blessing.
Who was the first person you called with good news?
I mean, you know, moms, of course. Mm-hmm. Got to call moms. You know, that's everybody's Grammy speech. You know, I like to thank my mom. You know, like to thank, you know, saying. But
oh yeah, that's the last one. We're gonna go ahead and practice that. Yeah, but that's the last one of this.
Yeah. So mom, you know, definitely my mom, man. You know, let her know, like, you know, thank you for letting me put all the long hours in the bedroom, cussing us out for being too loud because it's paid off.
Right.
You know, but one thing my mom said to us now that we've grown, she said, even though I was tired of, you know, hearing that racket all through the night, I knew where y'all was at home. I knew you was home. So I was, you know, I knew you were safe.
Exactly. You know what I mean? If you can hear you, they down there working. And look, it all paid off, right? Yes.
At the end of the day, she knew we was home safe. My friends came over. Their family knew where they were safe. And it paid off at the end of the night.
Yes. Next, if your girlfriend wanted to rap, but she was horrible, would you still produce it or be honest?
I'll do both. I'll do both because there's a lot of horrible acts right now in the industry that's making really good money.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I produced some of that stuff before, you know what I mean? And so even though I might not like it, it could be a million other people that would love it. You know what I'm saying? And then we over here sitting and chilling in Hawaii. Like, I told you was sorry, baby, but I'm glad I produced that record for you.
Right. And it was something too for her to go to another producer, right? And he just like, they just rock it. You like, damn.
Yeah. So honestly, I'll do both. I mean, because if that's something that she wants to do and that's a passion, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want to knock nobody's love for something. You know what I mean? Hey, people are more brutal and mean than me any day. So you put your music out there in this world, they gonna let you know.
Right. That's so nice. What's your zodiac sign?
Man, I'm a Cancer. You know what I mean?
That explains it all.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I was crying earlier today. You know what I'm saying? I'm sensitive.
Yeah, y'all Cancers, y'all be trying to hide it like y'all feelings, but y'all really, it's like emotional. Y'all got a heart.
We do got a heart. We got a beautiful heart. You know what I mean?
Until y'all mad.
Hey, we do have them temper flares. It can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm grown. I'm grown now. I don't really, you know, I don't be getting all that extra mad like that no more. I can brush stuff off, keep it moving. Now,
Right.
back in the day, yeah. I might have took things to another level sometimes. Facts.
And last, what would be your acceptance speech when you win Producer of the Year at the Grammys? I'm very big on manifestation.
I love how you said when you win. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is I actually was on the red carpet at the Grammys this year, which was my first experience.
I saw it.
Wonderful experience. You know, I went with my big brothers, and just to be able to be on that carpet and that stage with, you know, the biggest people in the industry. Beautiful moment. That's another one of my favorite moments that I have. But to answer your question, I mean, like I said, I want to thank my mother, you know, my pops. I would definitely, of course, thank the Lord up above for giving me the talent, because without him, I wouldn't even have this talent. You know, I would, and my beautiful daughter, you know what I mean? My daughter is the reason why I keep doing what I'm doing today, the reason why I'm going the direction I'm going today, to keep me out of trouble, to keep me straightforward. You know what I mean? There's so many obstacles in this world where you can mess up, you know what I mean? But every time I something stupid thinking in my mind, I think about my 7-year-old princess, man, and it just turns me right back to where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, I'll thank the fans, you know, everybody who supported me through all the long, difficult years, who got those handwritten CDs, me giving it to you at the mall and stuff like that, and you bought it from me.
Oh, you was down there, Brian. Yeah,
I was on that No Limit Master P hustle. You know what I mean? I'm in that day and age.
It paid off for a lot of people.
I was grinding before that social media era. You know what I mean? Like I was way before the social media. I'm talking about me and my people. We had CDs in the trunk, backpacks. You know what I mean? Going to the mall, selling at schools, you know what I mean? Mom and pop shops. Yeah, we did it the old school way for sure.
Yeah, that's amazing. And make sure we're gonna add to that. We're gonna thank Kayla Got the 411 for manifesting that I will win this. Boom!
No, but you already know it. And you already know it. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Definitely got to do that. Gotta do that.
So we're getting towards the end of the interview now. You have a lot of credits, you know, we can't ignore that. You work with artists like Wale, Kevin Durant, Bun B, and so many others, but you just actually got accepted into like this Timberland group called BeatClub, is it? Like,
yes.
About that, like, that's amazing, especially that he's somebody that his career you admire. Like, how did that happen?
Well, that's another amazing thing right there, man. And that's actually 2 times that happened to me, because I grew up a huge Bone Thugs and Harmony fan. Mm-hmm. Little kid all the way up, and then later on in life, I worked with Bone Thugs. I toured with Bone Thugs, and I actually produced for one of their artists named Kane and they all from Cleveland and all that. So that was like another crazy thing that happened for me being able to work with Bone. And then the Timberland situation is, you know, Timberland started this thing called BeatClub, where, you know, he just chooses so many producers throughout the world to be a part of it. And you have to be invited to be a part of it. So yeah, so you can't just jump in the club and sign up and be like, I'm part of the BeatClub. You actually have to send your, you know, invitation. They actually have to check you out, your credits and what you do, your work. And I did that probably like over 1.5 years ago. So maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, I get the email from Timberland and his people saying, hey, welcome to the club. You know what I mean? What? And then last week, and when I got home from the Grammys, you know, I had a Zoom call just like me and you with Timberland and the BeatClub team. So I actually got to see Timberland just like this, and that my heart was pounding 150 miles per hour as a true fan, not because I was nervous, but just like, I can't believe I'm actually talking to Timberland, telling me,
this is,
you know what I'm saying?
Wait, I didn't know y'all. You don't get to be like, this is big shit.
It's so major for me, you know what I mean? And like I said, God's just been great, man. He's just been wonderful to my life, and I'm a very humble dude. I'm very thankful dude. I don't take anything for granted. You know what I'm saying? I believe that you know, I just believe that you do good by folks and good by people, you know, good things gonna happen back in return.
Yes,
you know?
That's my motto. I believe in karma, and I don't see karma work. You just gotta be a good person, you know.
Karma is real. She is super real. Yes, facts.
Yes, that's amazing. So what do you have like coming up for the rest of the year? You know, you are now settled in this program. You done been to the Grammys so people see your face. You know, I'm pretty sure you done shook hands, met some people. Like, what do you have coming up for the rest of the year?
Well, rest of the year, I'm just working on newer projects for people and just trying to get more production credits, sending my beats out, getting more placements, you know what I mean, stuff like that. I mean, it's so hard for me to say what I'm got because so many things pop up that I didn't even know was going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like things just kind of jump into place. So honestly, I'm just going to say, I'm just going to just see what this journey unfolds, see what happens. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely just going to be producing a lot of, dope records and stuff like that. And yeah, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot of good stuff coming from me. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna be working my butt off but first and foremost, just be a dad, you know what I mean? That's really my first
I'm trying to tell people like having a child is like really your motivation. Because I'm the type of person, I don't care what's going on. If me and my daughter going to the circus, I don't care what's going on.
At all. At all.
And you know, like you said, it's always like sparing the moments in this industry. Somebody just random DM you or call you, email you. It'd be like random.
Just,
so
you just never know
what you got coming. So, you don't know.
Your whole schedule could change in a day or two. You know what I'm saying? Like tomorrow I can get an email saying so and so and so. So it's like, oh, okay. I even, you know what I mean? So, and that's how my career been. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like I've made plans for certain things, but most things happens out of the nowhere is what made my career. You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for being on Kayla Got the 411 show. You're doing amazing.
Well,
you're such a humble guy. I'm always here to support. How's that? Chill, easy. Look at you like this a man here, like he at gymnastics with his daughter. I'm looking,
yeah, man, rough, sweat in the car. I ain't gonna lie, it's hot as all get out in Oklahoma right now.
I saw you open that door. I said, let me wrap this up, and I know it's hot.
It's over here burning up. I'm over here like I'm in a sauna right now, boy. This joint, but no, like I said, I truly appreciate you, for taking your time out just to give me the, give me your platform to spread my story, and you're awesome. And I look forward to doing more work with you as well.
Yes, thank you. I support all of y'all over here. Shout out to the networking queen, Quista.